Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Des and today I'm taking you through a full body Pilates reformer workout using the Ring of Fire. Full disclosure, I am about 13 weeks pregnant with twins when filming this. However, it should not affect this workout as we're focusing on a lot of core stability work in conjunction with our arms and leg work. Either way, it's gonna be a fun workout full of variety, so I hope you'll join me. Let's get started. All right, you guys, we're gonna be starting on 2 heavy springs today with hip rolls. So if you need additional support for the low back, you can add on a medium tension spring as well. I am just on the 2 red springs on this machine. You're gonna have your ring in your hands. So let's lie down on our backs. Headrest will be down flat. Heels on the bar, hip distance apart. We want to have a neutral spine space in the low back. Reaching that ring just straight up above you. We're going to start just with a preparation breath work here. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to tuck into imprint and squeeze in on the ring. Good. And inhale, rocking back to neutral. Exhale, tucking, tucking, tucking. Press into the ring, low back down. Inhale, rock back to neutral. Good. Big breaths here. Activating that deep core muscle and the chest, biceps. And exhale, squeeze the ring and tuck the pelvis. One more. Exhale. Good. Rocking back to neutral. This time we're going to roll all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the ring, tuck the pelvis through imprint, scoop and roll all the way up to a bridge up on your shoulders, reaching that ring straight up still. Inhale, let the rib cage expand. Exhale, roll back down and gently release the ring at the bottom. Inhale, again, exhale, tucking through your imprint, squeeze that ring, activate the core, scoop it up, holding that carriage into the stopper. Hold it up for that inhale and exhale. Roll it back down. Good. 2 more, just like that. Exhale, press. Rolling it up. Inhale and exhale. Soften and roll. Good. Last one. Meet me at the top. Press through your imprint. Keep that carriage into the stopper. Activate those hamstrings and glutes. Hold it up there. We're going to press the carriage out. Keep that squeeze on the ring. And let the ring drop as your hips drop to a hover above the carriage. And then you're going to lift the ring and your hips up together towards the ceiling. And again, press it out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift everything up. Good. And we're just keeping a little pressure on the ring this whole time. Inhale down. Exhale. Squeeze and lift up. Good. If you're feeling your low back here, try not to bring the hips quite as high. Inhale down and exhale. Lift it back up. Good. Last 2. And 1. Squeeze it into the stopper. Hold that ring up towards the sky. We're just holding your hips, static hold, squeeze in on the ring, little bend through the elbows. 8, 7, squeeze that ring. 4, 3, 2, pause the squeeze on 1. Lower your hips just a little bit, pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, keep that core tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Ooh, good. You guys release that ring. Rock your knees side to side. Full body warm up there. All right. We're going to be placing the ball of the left foot on to the bar. Right leg is going to come into tabletop. We want to be in a neutral spine here. You can pop your headrest up where it's comfortable if you'd like at this point. You're going to place the pad up against your right knee and your hands are both pressing into the opposite pad. We're gonna press out with the left leg. As we press down on the pad, your knee is pulling towards your hands, and then release back down. Big exhale, press it out, activate that right oblique, and come back in. So both legs are working. We're feeling a little hip flexor, but we wanna focus mostly on your arms and your right oblique, and then left quad. Lots of moving parts, so we want to make sure we're focusing still on squeezing and lifting up through your left quad muscle here at the top. Pause and squeeze. Good, as you press down on that ring. Good. Press and squeeze. Yes, you should be feeling that oblique, definitely. And 3. You can choose the pressure on the ring. That's the nice thing about the ring. 2, squeeze up on that left quad. 1, we're gonna hold it out there. Squeeze up on your left quad. Pulse it down on the ring. Focus mostly on your hands pressing down and not letting your knee move. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the squeeze on 1. Come halfway in, bend the left knee, pulse it down. 6, 5, stabilize those hips. 4, 3, 2, 1, reach it out and back in. Woo! Kind of butterfly those legs. I know we feel that hip flexor on the right side. That's what we want, as well as the arms and the oblique work. Okay, switching sides. Ball the right foot on, left leg into tabletop. Check your neutral spine. Long, long with the upper body. Start with the press out, pressing down on the ring, squeeze, and back. Awesome. Everything, think about everything kind of squeezing together at the top. So we're squeezing down on the ring, squeezing up through the right quad. Check the stability through your hips, that you feel both hips equally down onto the carriage. Good. I want that deep exhale through the mouth as you press out. Last 3, squeeze that right knee. Pressing down on the ring. 2. Hold it out there on 1. Squeeze that right knee. Pulse it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that pressure on 1. Halfway in with the right knee and pulse it. Good. 6, equal out those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out long and bring it in. Woo. Relax. Butterfly those legs, rock them side to side, whatever feels good. We are staying on your 2 heavy springs. And you're going to place your feet into the straps. Then the ring is going to go in between your ankles. So just have that ring close by. You can set it off to the side if you need to. Placing 1 foot in at a time. We're going to take that ring. It's going to go in between your ankles, or right above the ankle bone. I feel like kind of feels the best. We're going to press out and away, finding your neutral spine again. Parallel with those legs. We're going to start with a lift and lower. A little pressure on the ring the whole time. Inhale to go up. Exhale down. So working major inner thighs here. This is why they call it the ring of fire. You might be feeling this one right away. Inhale up. Exhale down. We want to really, really focus on the neutral. So if you need to place your hands on your hips, Make sure you're not tucking in the pelvis as your legs come up. Good. Lots of pressure down through the core right here. So going as low as you can feel that compression down. Nothing's popping out. Good. Exhale down. 2. Point as you go up. Flex as you go down if you want to add the ankle work. Last one. Good. Going into a bend and straighten. Same thing here. Not tucking in the pelvis. Squeeze it out long. Good. Inhale to bend. Exhale, squeeze it out long. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep that pelvis stable. Little squeeze on the ring. Bend and straighten. 2. And 1. Bring it out long. Hold it there. Either just hold the ring or little squeezes on the ring. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it in. You're going to turn out now. I know inner thighs are screaming. Toes out, heels together, toes apart. Quick set here. Feeling it. Okay, we're going to alternate. 1 lift and lower. Keep that neutral. 1 bend and straighten. My inner thighs are on fire. Might be more than yours. You can always take that ring out if it gets to be too much. Sorry, I need to adjust mine just a tiny bit. Keep that lift and lower. Bend and straighten. 2 more. Try not to lose your neutral. Last one. Bend and straighten. Assist that rope if you need it. Little squeezes or hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Woo, holy cow. I am feeling that. Okay, you're going to take the ring now. It's going to go to the outside of your ankles. Working those outer thighs now. It's going to feel really good. Nice relief from the inner thighs. We're going to go back to parallel. Shimmy those hips around. Find your neutral spine. Going back to the lift and lower. Inhale up. Exhale, flex and going down as low as you can maintain that neutral. You might be able to go a little lower on this one than you normally would in just regular feet and straps. You have just that assistance that you're pressing against. Allows you to have a little bit more mobility here. So kind of see if you can go a little further, pushing your limits in that connection with your transverse abdominis. But we don't want anything popping out through the belly. So you can kind of place your hands there, check that. Or make sure you're having space underneath your back. Reach those fingers down there. Good. Pressure out on the ring the whole time. Point as you go up, flex as you go down. 2. Good. And 1. Holding it down there. You're going to bend it in. Keeping that neutral spine. Crease at the hip. Press it out. Keep that press on the ring the whole time. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten out. Good. Lots of hip mobility, work, and strength through this series. Try to make sure your knees are tracking right over your toes. 3, 2, and 1. Press it out there. Hold it long. Little presses out on the ring now. Really getting those outer thighs. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, we're going to just medially rotate, toes in, knees in, heels out. So you can adjust that pad if you need it. Keeping this medial rotation, we're just gonna do a lift and lower. Try to flatten through your feet and then pressure out on the ring even more as you go back down. Inhale up, exhale, pressure down, connect through that core. And I'm just gonna keep my feet flexed during this one to kind of focus on that rotation from the top of your hip. You want that to be your main focus here. Inhale up, exhale down, try to relax through the neck and shoulders. Just 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, hold it out there. Little pressure out, out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend it in. We're gonna take the ring out. You're just gonna set that ring off to the side and press back out. Same thing, medially rotated. So now we're just gonna mobilize the hips after all that work. Little tiny circles in that medial rotation, maintaining your neutral spine. They're not very big, like about the size of a dinner plate. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse that circle, out and around and down. Stay soft through your knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find your center. Now we're gonna laterally rotate, toes out, heels together. Now you're gonna do circles, but just keep it gentle because your inner thighs are a little fatigued. So you might wanna go a little bit shorter range than you would when you're doing just your cool down. But whatever feels good, just be gentle and assist on the ropes if you need it. Maintaining your neutral. Good. Last one this way. Reverse. Out and around. Try to keep that lateral rotation, feeling that stretch through the outer thigh. Good. 3. Soft through the knees. 2. 1. Find your center. Assist with the straps. Pull it in for a quick little frog stretch. Breathing into those hips. Rock side to side, whatever feels good. All right, we're gonna take your feet out of the straps. You're gonna drop your left strap off to the side and hook your right strap onto that shoulder block. Then roll over to that side. All right, we're gonna come all the way up. You're gonna switch to just a medium tension spring. So that's a blue spring for me on this one. And you always have the option to go to an even lighter spring if you have that on your machine and you would like to lighten your load. So I'm gonna come to a kneeling position. You can also do this series seated. So kind of listen to your body and what feels good. I'm gonna take this strap, I'm gonna hook it around the outside of this pad. So just the right strap around the right pad. Gotta get it in there good. Okay, now I'm gonna come up carefully all the way up to my knees, tight through my glutes, but not squeezing or clenching. We wanna be nice and tall through the spine. I'm gonna start just that steering wheel in front of me, square between your shoulders. You're gonna press, exhale out, bring it back. So we're just working the right arm and using the left to stabilize. Think about initiating from your core as you press out and bring it in. And if having your toes tucked is uncomfortable on the knees, you can always put your feet down like this, or again, go to that seated position. So we're gonna get a lot of shoulder work here. Give those legs a little break. Lifting tall. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna add on, you're gonna keep the steering wheel at your chest. We're gonna rotate to your right side, keeping it square between your shoulders during that rotation. Bring it back, exhale, forward. Bring it to center, rotate without letting the ring move from the center. Square between the shoulders, keep your hips square towards the foot bar so that you're just rotating your spine on top of your hips. Good. Last one this way. Then we're gonna be adding on a little hinge. So we're gonna rotate, we're gonna come back to center this time. I'm gonna sit back towards my heels, but keep my chest lifted as I press forward. Bring it back in, moving nice and slow so you know you're in control. Come back to center, hinge back, recruiting those quads now and glutes as we wrap and squeeze. Up, side, center, sit back, and up. 3 more. Good. And 2. Make sure we're breathing. And 1. And hinge. And up. Good, you guys. Okay, we're gonna turn and face this right side that the strap is on. You're gonna take the pad with the strap away from your body. Place the opposite pad right underneath your sternum and then hug the ring. So you're squeezing down on that ring, lifting nice and tall. Now I'm gonna rotate towards my pulley and then towards your foot bar. You can also do this one seated, just sitting crisscrossed. We wanna stay right up on top of your hips. So the ring helps us to get in that perfect alignment through the shoulders and the upper body. But some of us want to maybe lean back a little bit. So we want to keep our shoulders right over our hips. Think about almost a tiny crunch forward as we press down on that ring. Exhale, squeeze and rotate. Good. Try not to clench through the glutes. We're just a little bit active through the glutes just to stabilize and support. Good, last 2. And 1, we're staying to this side. Keep that squeeze on the ring. Little pulses to this side. Breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that ring all together. We're gonna set that ring off to the side. I'm gonna keep this strap in my right hand and pull my elbow down nice and tight to my body. Square off those shoulders and hips. We're gonna go right into lateral flexion here. You're gonna lift up. I'm gonna reach for the ground to go up and over, come back to that tall, long line and back down. So again, inhale up, exhale, over to the side, lift up and release back down. Meanwhile, we're trying to keep our shoulders down away from our ear, long spine over, lift, and back down. Good. Tall. So this is where if you want to go down to that lighter spring, you can. Or if you don't have a lighter spring, you can keep that arm just nice and tight and go side and back to center. Just like this. Tall, tap, back to center. Last 2. And 1. And release down. Good, you guys. All right, we're gonna go into a little bit of glute work here. So I'm going to put my headrest down flat. I'm gonna actually place my elbow onto that shoulder block. This is gonna be your harder option. If you wanna grab something to lay down for side lying, you can do that. If not, you're gonna come up, prop yourself up using those lats, take the strap, put it onto your top foot. And then I'm gonna press it out away from me. So I'm still just on that medium tension spring. You're welcome to go up a little bit if you'd like, even as high as the red or the heavy spring. But we'll be here for a minute, so don't get too crazy. Okay, we're going into a bend and straighten. Meanwhile, we're keeping that bottom side lifted up away, long spine. And again, pressing that right elbow down away from the ear. Squeezing through the glute. So the slower you move here as well, the more you're gonna feel that lighter spring. Breathe through it, good. Think about initiating from your core. Good, and 3, long spine, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna kick it forward without changing your hips. So crease at the hip, flex and pull back using the hamstring and glute. Make sure we're not pulling from the back of the knee. Pull it back. So this is where we feel that booty right away. So if at any point you start sinking in this shoulder and you feel like you can't stabilize, that's where you'll want to grab a ball or block or something to lay down on and continue the same work. It burns. 4, squeeze. 3, make sure we're not changing or moving through the hip. 2, 1, find that low position. You're gonna laterally rotate now, so turn your toe and knee up towards the ceiling. We're gonna bend it in and stretch it out long. Good, bend it in, stretch it out long, and I know that supporting shoulder is getting tired. Just press it down. We have a short set to finish here. Knee up towards the ceiling. Try not to sink down as we get tired. My booty's cramping. 3, good. 2, you can also use this hand to assist. 1, if you need to at any point. You're gonna come up straight towards the sky, flex and pull down. If you're feeling a lot of neck tension, sometimes if you look down towards the ground, that can help as well. Use that core, point it up, flex it down. You got 4, then we're done. And 3, pull from that hamstring and glute. 2, 1, and bring it down. Woo, bring it in. Take that foot out. Holy cow. Shake it out. Okay, you can give yourself a quick little stretch through that hip if you want. Whew. Good news is we're gonna give our booty a little break before we go on to the other side, because we have to start everything on the other side. So we're gonna be coming back to that kneeling position. Grab a hold of your ring. You're gonna place that opposite pad on the ring, and then bring the ring right in front of you. Come up to that tall seated position, starting with the press forward. Good. Remember activating from your core as you press out. Keeping a little squeeze on the ring. Center between the shoulders. Try not to clench through the glutes. Good. 4. Lifting tall. 2. And 1. Going into that rotation, keeping the ring square with the body. Come back to center and exhale, press forward. Come back to center, keep those hips square. Shoulders rotate on top of the hips. Ring stays center. Press and back. So good, you guys. Keep it up. Think about that opposite oblique to help pull you back. 2. And 1. We're gonna start to add that hinge forward now. You're gonna rotate. Come back to center. Sit back towards your heels. Keep the chest lifted. Squeeze up through the glutes. And again, rotate. Excuse me, back. And sit back. Squeeze up through the glutes. Now, rotate. 4 more. Good. 3, nice and tall through the spine. 2. And 1. Awesome. All right, we're gonna turn to this opposite side. Square off your entire body. Again, take the strap that's wrapped around the pad away from you, and the opposite pad goes underneath your sternum. Squeezing in on the ring, lifting nice and tall through your spine. Okay, we're gonna rotate towards your pulley, and then nice and tall towards the opposite side. Try to really roll those shoulders down and back, lifting tall through the spine. This is one of my favorite things to do with the ring because it forces you into that perfect alignment with your arms. We always talk about side twist, hands staying in line with your sternum. This kind of forces you to do that, not letting your arms go past the shoulders. Good. Squeeze that ring towards you. And 2. 1, we're gonna hold it to that side. Little pulses, tall spine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the ring. Good, keeping that strap into your left hand, we're gonna just set that ring off to the side. I'm gonna come up tall, pull my elbow in nice and tight. Shoulders are down, hips are square. We're lifting up towards the sky. Lift a little taller, then flex side, reaching towards the carriage and back down. Inhale, exhale over, lift and back down. And this is one where you can use a little momentum, like think long up and over, one big motion. Good. Using your breath, we're really opening up that spine, getting that blood and oxygen flowing. We're doing both rotation and lateral flexion on these last 2. So good to give us those positive endorphins in the body. Good. Last 2. Keep the ribs zipped nice and tight. 1. And release it down. Really good, you guys. Okay, going into that glute work on the opposite side. I know you're excited. All right, we're gonna lay down or come down onto our left elbow, not lay down unless you're taking that option. I'm gonna take my top foot into the strap. I'm gonna press it out away from me and kind of drop my hip down, but you're lifting your leg so that it's equal with your hip. You're gonna bend it in and then kick it out long. Keeping that belly nice and tight. Squeezing through the entire leg and glute at the bottom. We're thinking about going kind of diagonal angle, edge of the foot bar. Good. This first one, we're just focusing kind of on hip stability and stability through the core and upper body. Press down with your left shoulder away from your ear. 3. Exhale, 2. And 1. Here comes the burn. You're gonna kick it forward, flex and pull back. Initiate from the core. Inhale forward, exhale, pull from the belly, squeeze through the glute. Forward and back. Make sure right here we're not tucking in the pelvis at all. We're maintaining that nice long line, going for a neutral spine. It burns, I feel it. 3, squeeze it back, and 2, 1, bring it in, hold it there. You can kind of assist with the rope, rotate, laterally rotated without dropping that hip back. We're staying stacked. We're gonna bend, knee and toe up to the ceiling, kick it out long. Up to the ceiling, kick it out long. If that strap is kind of hitting you, you can always adjust your elbow back a little bit. Just make sure it doesn't change the alignment of your spine, or just don't open your hip quite so wide. Oh my goodness. Burns. Try not to sink into that bottom side. Easier said than done. 3 and 2. We're almost there, you guys. 1, reach it out long. Now kick up towards the sky, flex and pull down. Using that oblique, using your core, flex and pull down. Make sure we're pulling down with the hamstring and glute. Just 4. Shake out that neck, look down if you need to. 2. And 1, bring it down long and bend it in. Woo, good job, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna hook that strap onto my shoulder block. Stretch out that hip quickly if you need it. We're gonna be adjusting to just 1 heavy spring. So 1 red for me on this machine. I'm gonna turn and face my shoulder blocks, hook the opposite strap. We're gonna be using your ring and it's gonna be straight up and down again. We're gonna hook both straps this time on so that it's like a little steering wheel in front of you. I'm gonna reach my feet onto the headrest, lifting up nice and tall, again through your spine. And you can also straighten your legs here if that feels comfortable on your hip flexors. Bend if you're having a hard time sitting up nice and tall comfortably. We're gonna start with a bend and straighten. Squeeze kind of those shoulder blades together, and then a teeny lift and lower, because the lift and lower is gonna feel a lot heavier. Pull it, hold it there, control it back, lift, and lower. Only lifting as high as you can maintain stability through your shoulders and not lift your shoulders up into your neck. Exhale every time. Inhale through center, exhale, lift. Good, so we're working those posture muscles now. Nice and tall. Yes. Really lifting through the core. Little squeeze on the ring now. Making it a little bit harder. Keep that squeeze as you pull back. Chest stays open. Lift it up. Shake out the head. If you're feeling tension in the neck on that lift, don't take it quite so high. 3 more full sets. And 2. Last one, slow it down, squeeze, and a lift. Good, we're gonna keep that ring right in front of you. Slight bend in the elbow, squeezing in on the ring. In, in, just engaging those shoulders, chest, biceps, core. Squeeze 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it in on 1. Pull the ring into your chest. Lift a little taller. Now elbows are out. You're pushing in on the ring again. 10, 9. These are quick. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the ring on 1. Now we're going to tuck through your pelvis, scoop out through your belly, and then lift up tall. So I'm going to straighten my legs now here. You can always cross if that feels better. Tuck, tuck, tuck through the pelvis. Scoop out the belly, going as low as you can maintain that scoop. You might be able to go lower than I am. Tuck, 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 scoop out the belly and lift up tall. So you're leaning back towards your foot bar with a squeeze on the ring and back. Good. Tuck and squeeze. So this is entire upper body work. We're squeezing the ring together. We're tucking the pelvis, core, 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 leaning back as far as you can scoop. Exhale, 3. Long spine at the top, 2. 1. We're gonna just take this same row but side to side. So I'm gonna scoop out the left oblique, still tucking through the pelvis, lift up through the center. Scoop out the right oblique, tuck, 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 lifting back through the center. Try not to let your shoulders creep up into your ears. The tuck is just between your ribs and hips. Tuck, 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 scoop, and lift. Good. Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit here. Getting that heart rate up. Getting that core working. Good. And 3. Last 2. And 2. Tuck and scoop. And 1. 1. Reach it up tall and relax. Woo! Shake it out. Okay, toss those straps off the ring to the side. You guys, we got 2 more exercises and then we will stretch it out. So I'm gonna come up to my knees here. You can do this seated. It might feel a little funky, but you can do this seated if you don't wanna be onto your knees. I'm gonna place my ring down like this and I'm just kneeling. This is more of like a mat exercise for our core. So I'm gonna relax my shoulders down. I'm gonna be pressing on the ring and I'm gonna inhale, exhale. I'm gonna press on the ring, tuck through the pelvis as I press that ring down, and then grow the spine up tall again. Exhale, tuck, press the ring, lower core, and back up. So it's just a small little press down on the ring using the belly. Exhale. Tuck, 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 lower belly, come back up to your neutral. We're just kind of going into a little round back position. Shoulders stay away from the ears, ribs to hips, belly to spine. That's all we're doing. And 3. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Pressure down on the ring. And 2. We're going to hold it down there. 1. Tuck, tuck, tuck. We're just doing little pulses up and down with the body and with the ring. Pull that belly button through to your spine. 8, 7, tuck through the pelvis. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll back up. Woo, nice job, you guys. Okay, we're gonna take that ring over to the right side. I'm gonna place my left hand onto the shoulder block, right hand flat down onto the ring. Hips stay square. I'm gonna take my left heel down. If you don't wanna be kneeling, you can just do a side lying press here. I would just go up to 2 heavy springs instead of 1. All right, I'm gonna press down on the ring as I press out. So this is very similar to what we started with, the single leg work, but it's gonna be a lot more stability that we just need both pressure both ways. Pressure down with the tricep, and then getting all the way straight with the left leg. Good, we're really stable and square through our hips. You're pressing off of your heel so that we can focus on squeezing through the glute. Hamstring and glute work right here. Keeping this nice and short set. Your body's gonna feel a little shaky, lots of moving parts here. Keep that elbow pointing down, press down on the ring. Squeeze the left glute. 4, woo, and 3, 2, hold it out there on 1, squeeze the left glute, pulse down on the ring, down, 8, 7, 6, 5, that left glute's on fire, 3, 2, 1, hold that pressure down on the ring, bend the left leg halfway in, pulse it, soft through the left elbow, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lengthen out to finish, and bring it back in. Woo, all right. Take that ring to the other side. Last set here, you guys, and we will cool it down. Switch. So right heel on, right hand up onto that shoulder block, square off those hips. I like to have my fingers straight, kind of help stabilize through my shoulder girdle. We're gonna press down on the ring as we press out. My left arm's shaking. Press out and in. So if it feels better, you can grip down on that ring if you want it. Mine's a little shaky. Good. Squeeze the right glute, pause at the top and back. I know this is an intense one to finish, you guys. Power through it. Big exhale, press and hold, and back. Stay soft through the right elbow. Check your core. Is it lifted? Is your ribs lifted away from the floor? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3. Squeeze through the hamstring and glute. 2. We're gonna hold it out there. Squeeze that booty. Pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift the core. 4, 3, 2. Hold that pressure down. Bend the right leg. Pulse. 8, 7. Holy cow, triceps on fire. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out long and bring it in. Wow, you guys, that was intense. We did it. Take a little shell stretch. You can just hold your ring in front of you. Take a second for your body. All right, we're gonna do a yummy little cool down here. So we're gonna you're gonna stay on the 1 heavy spring, and we're gonna lay down onto our backs. Headrest can be up. It's a little transition here. Rolling down onto your back. Oops, sorry, gotta fix my hair here. All right, I'm gonna take 1 pad into my hands. Left ball of the foot is back onto the bar, but we're just on the 1 heavy spring. We're gonna take your right ball of the foot right onto that opposite pad. We're gonna press both legs straight. We're gonna start right here with a calf raise with both legs. So I'm lowering my heel kind of below that pad, and then I'm gonna lift it. So lower and lift. And I'd like you to try to be in a neutral spine, but if you just wanna be able to relax here, that's okay. It's not gonna be as important as just focusing on this stretch through the back side of the leg. Good, this should feel so nice. And you can kind of choose how deep you go in that calf raise. 3, breathe. 2, hold it down there in that flex position. Take a deep breath. Good. I'm gonna keep the ring either with both hands, but especially the left hand. As I take it out to the side, you can assist with your right arm. You're gonna get a little bit of an inner thigh stretch here. You can use that ring however you want to go pretty deep into that stretch. Just breathe into that side. You can kind of mess around with that bottom ankle if you want. Or you can even come into a bent position if that feels better. Just make sure you keep that hip, left hip down into the carriage. Okay, we're gonna go opposite now. Take it across the body using your left arm. And we're just gonna place the opposite arm down to help stabilize. I like to turn in with my ankle here to get a little deeper stretch through the IT band. Good. And when you're ready, you're gonna take it into a figure 4 stretch. Just release the ring. You can just kind of sit it in front of you. Breathe into that hip. Good. Let's switch to the other side. All right, you're gonna place your left ball of the foot into that pad. Hands grab the opposite side, and let's press out. Calf raises up and down. Good. Breathe through it. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Hold that flex position. Dropping that heel. Take a deep breath. Good. Now take it to the opposite side. You can assist with that outside arm however you'd like. Keep your right hip down into the carriage. Good. And take it across the body, turning in medially rotated with that ankle, but keep your hip kind of pulling down to the carriage. Again, breathing through that IT band. And take it into your figure 4 stretch. Good, I'm gonna just set my ring off to the side. You're not gonna need it anymore. Awesome. I'm gonna roll over to the right side, just to a seated position, all the way up on top of my hips, and let's stretch just to your shoulders and arms to finish here. We're gonna take one across. We did a lot of shoulder work today as well, so we wanna stretch out those muscles to help with recovery. And take that same arm up and over. Deep breath. Lifting up tall. Good, switching to the other side. Take it across, pulling those shoulders down away from your ears. And take it up and over. Little tricep stretch. Good, ending with a forward fold here. Just place your feet on the ground. We're just gonna fold forward over your legs. Shake out your head. Big deep breath. Good, start to roll up, soften through those knees, rolling all the way up. Head comes up last, and roll those shoulders back at the top. Whew, you guys are done. That was fun. I hope that you enjoyed that variety with the Ring of Fire. If you did, please hit that like button, shoot me a comment, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram for more fun and workout content, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.